Hi, I'm Daniel.
Y yo soy el hijo de la Llorona Cooper. And we're with Long Branch Co.
And today, we're going to talk about the Ofrenda Dia de los Muertos.
So I've never done one of these before. I have a vague understanding of what they are, but I'm really excited for you to show me a little bit of your culture and kind of get into the nitty-gritty of it all.
Well, just like last week's episode, we talked about carving pumpkins. We don't have that in Mexico, but we celebrate Dia de los Muertos. So, Dia de los Muertos is one of our biggest traditions in Mexico. It's a cultural party, let's say it that way, even if it's not, death is seen different in different cultures. In Mexico, it's seen as a party. So, in this party that we celebrate November 1st and 2nd, people go to cemeteries and it's like having dinner with your beloved one that passed away. So you bring their favorite dishes and you bring several other elements that mean something. And it's believed the spirit is gonna come and join you and you're gonna have this great big party. Parts of Mexico, of the country, different regions do a little bit different things. I was raised in central Mexico, so that's what I'm gonna try to show you. Of course, I didn't have all the elements. It was very, very hard to get all the elements, believe it or not. So some of them we're gonna replace for, something that I could find that was closer to, but the meaning's still the same. So you're supposed to make it on levels because it believes that it's like a staircase to heaven. Okay, so that's what we have, the base level, and what you put on each level. Some people believe that you're supposed to put your beloved ones on the very top. Well, actually, God on the very top, then beloved ones, then pets and food and all that.
The offerings.
The offerings. You're supposed to have a silk, which is a clean silk. It's like a party. So you bring out your best tablecloths, your best everything.
Like dishes, things like that.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a party. We have the levels, we have the linens. I put this one because I was very decorative, I liked it.
Yeah.
And these ones too. Like, I like them, but usually it's white. It has to be white.
Okay.
So that's why we have one white. Then we have this. Do you know what this is?
They're like marigolds.
They are kind of like marigolds, but these are called cempasúchil. These are a big part of the ofrenda. These represent the smell. This cempasúchil is a very strong scented flower. In this party, we bring it because it's supposed to attract the souls. Like they're supposed to smell it.
Oh, so it guides them back home.
Exactly, and the bright colors are supposed to create a path. Remember cocoa?
Like a cocoa.
Like cocoa.
Yeah.
There's a bridge made out of these petals.
Okay.
And these flowers that connects heaven with
Like the mortal
earth.
world. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So that's basically the explanation for everything
In here.
pre-set up.
Correct.
Let's get rolling.
Let's get rolling. Okay, so we'll start with papel picado. It's very colorful. Some people like to put it black and orange and purple. Those are like the colors. I personally like a colorful version of it.
So typically, are these like hand cut or are they machine cut?
They have both. These are handmade.
Okay.
But this is made by artists. And there's a town in Mexico that makes this.
Like they're very well known for that. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna hang this above the ofrenda.
Yes.
Great. If you want to, we can cut off some of them.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Where's my scissors?
If you can't make these yourself, it's okay. Store-bought is fine.
Actually, yeah. But it's fun activity for kids. I remember when I was a kid, they taught us how to do it.
Oh, that's fun.
I guess this will be the equivalent of carving a pumpkin. So the candles are supposed to brighten the path because usually it's dark. It's believed that it's dark when all this happens. It's nighttime. And it's supposed to breathe the light that guides them.
Interesting. So would you typically use like these prayer candles or would any candles do?
Well, Usually you can do whatever. Some people do prayer candles, some people just do. I actually brought some of these. We're gonna put some of these too.
Oh, nice. Just like little
candles, yeah. But this is very typical. It is very folkloric Mexican, and I like it. Next, we can do our pictures.
Okay.
So I brought all these pictures. These are all important people that have in my life, my ancestors. You're supposed to dedicate it to somebody. When you put the ofrenda in your house, you're dedicated to somebody. So in this case, it doesn't have to be one person. Some people do one person. A lot of parts in Mexico, they dedicate, especially businesses, they dedicate to like Maria Felix, which was a very big Mexican actress, or Pedro Infante, which was a singer. In this case, we're just gonna do a family one.
Okay. So obviously there's a lot of important elements here, but I'm assuming that this is probably one of the most important, if not the central aspect.
This is the central. Remember, we're doing it for our ancestors.
Okay.
So we place them there. So they were my grandparents.
Okay, so these are your grandparents from
My mom's side.
Okay.
His name was Gerardo, and her name was Enriqueta.
Okay.
This was my pop, probably my biggest role model in my life, and we're gonna put him here.
Okay.
Then we have my uncle Alfredo. He just passed away this year, and this is his first time in the ofrenda. Okay. So we're gonna put him here. This is Norma Jean. This was his sister. We're gonna put her maybe here. And this was his wife's mom.
So basically like your great-great-grandmother.
Basically. We're gonna put her here. Then we have our puppies. So this was Chloe Bell. She passed away a couple years ago. And the ones you have there, you met all of them.
Yeah. So Kai and Iker, correct?
Kai and Iker. Iker was my very first puppy. Why don't we put them in the bottom one?
Sure. Lovely.
Yeah. So we have the bases. We have who we're dedicating this ofrenda to.
Yeah, so like people who had a meaningful connection or a meaningful part of your life.
Family, friends, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like just your family, just your ancestors. No. Somebody that was meaningful in your life, you put them here.
So next.
So over here, we have just salt. This is supposed to be a purifying element. It's supposed to help keep the body or the soul so it can transition from the earth to heaven with no problems, like to keep the soul intact, basically. So we put the salt there. Then we have water. This is just regular drinkable water, because after traveling, our ancestors are gonna be thirsty. So we put our water. Then we're gonna put, it's supposed to be pan de muerto, which is Mexican pastry. It's delicious, but I wasn't able to find one. So we're gonna add cookies, which is like the bread. It represents the bread that they eat on their trip.
Like they come home hungry.
Yeah. So we're gonna celebrate them with this.
And I mean, I feel like you using cookies is very similar to like what you were saying a lot of the early ofrendas were, like using the resources that were available to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then we're gonna add the liquor, because there's no party without liquor. So you're supposed to put what your beloved one like to drink.
So like wine, tequila,
vodka, but you know, we have a wine and a Kahlua.
Nice.
So we're gonna put it here.
A little sweet and a little saucy.
Exactly. So we got those elements. And of course, we're talking about food, right? So you can put beloved one favorite dish.
Right.
For example, my grandma really liked mole. So you will put a mole dish here so they can eat.
Like you would basically prepare the food for them.
Exactly.
Nice.
Like something that you would prepare when you have a guest at your house and you make their favorite dish, that's what you put here. We don't have time to make mole or empanadas or tacos, so we're just gonna keep it simple. So it's also easier to keep longer.
Yeah, because we don't want the food to go bad. I mean, lazy Susan over here from last week is already looking a little rough.
So you're also supposed to add objects from your ancestors. Something that is representative that reminds you of them.
Okay.
So in this case, I have a little fez. This was Pop's, he was a Shriner. So we're gonna put his little fez here. So these are the personal objects that we put in here and what they mean. For our puppies, we're gonna put paw prints of my heart, just like a little decorative.
Yeah.
So next, the pumpkin.
Nice.
This is, we use pumpkins, but not in a carving part. A lot of people like pumpkin. There's a dessert in Mexico. It's a very typical and delicious dessert. It's called calabaza en tacha. So you use this to make it.
Okay.
So we're gonna put it here. I don't know how to make it, but my mom said she was gonna make it after we do this. So you're supposed to put it. Where do you think we should put it?
I would put it maybe right here in the middle, and then maybe this here, just for like aesthetic's sake.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go to different elements now.
Okay.
We're gonna put the Catrinas.
Oh.
She represents the death.
Okay.
And there's a whole history about her name. So this was created by a local artist called Jose Guadalupe Posada. And it originally was named La Calavera Garbancera.
Okay.
Which is, the easiest way to explain that is somebody that rejected their roots from their culture and wanted to look more European. So that's what they're all like, very fancy dress, and they had, a lot of them have cigarettes, and you know, but it represents the death. So we have 3 of her.
Oh, thank you.
These were very hard to find, you know, here. They're handmade. A lot of them are made out of clay, but these are made out of paper, and they're very pretty. Here.
That's fun.
That's cute. So these are just skulls, human skulls. They are hand painted, and we have 2 versions of them. They're sugar, or these were more durable.
Yeah.
But these, the size of them, they represent different things.
Oh.
So the big one represents, I don't have a big one obviously, but the big one represents God, or whoever you believe, you know, your
higher power.
Your higher power, thank you. So that's what they represent. The medium ones are humans. Like,
are they considered medium?
These are considered medium, regular, and they are little ones. Those are for like kids. We can place them in whatever order you would like.
So this is just pure sugar?
This is pure sugar. So we can place them there. And usually you personalize them. So you'll put their name.
Okay.
Of the people who you know, who you're dedicating these to. These are a little old. I had them for a long time.
Right.
But my next trip to Mexico, I'm gonna get a bunch of nice ones. So then, we can add more candles.
Lovely.
So
just kind of grab a few candles.
yeah, just put them, you know, you can put them in each picture. You might remember this.
Yeah.
When we first got together, this was the first thing I was able to get a hold to decoration for Dia de los Muertos. So I kept them.
Cute. There she goes.
Perfect. And as a last element, you're supposed to use copal.
Okay.
Which this is like copal incense. And you're supposed to put it in a copalera. So this is a copalera. You put your copal, it looks like a little stone, you put it there, and you light it, and it's supposed to attract, and the smell, they say, is supposed to attract, you know, be able to open the portal between heaven and earth.
Okay.
So God can smell it and he will open the doors.
Nice.
So we can put it in there.
I'm trying.
You got it.
Nice. And so you want me to also light the...
Yeah, light the candles. Fun fact, when I was in school, you were supposed to put ofrendas and you will win something for yours. And I always won.
Oh, I love the idea that it was like a competition.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who can respect their dead the best?
Thank you. There. So, this is our ofrenda.
Lovely. It looks so pretty.
And smells wonderful.
Thank you so much for inviting me into a part of your culture and for kind of showing me the intricacies of this. I think it's an absolutely beautiful tradition, and this is something that I feel like I would like to do more, going into the future.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here and, sharing this with me and letting me show you all these different elements that are all very meaningful. I know it's like a lot and every little thing has meaning, but thank you for making it special.
Yeah, I really look forward to building more traditions with you in the future and getting to be more involved with your culture.
I am too. I love this own tradition that we're making where you show me your traditions and I show you mine. Okay, so I have an idea.
Okay.
Why don't we make a competition for all our followers and people watching this? Why don't you send us pictures of your ofrendas?
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely send us photos of your ofrendas on all of our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter /X. We're long_branch_co on all of those. And I say maybe send them to us by November 2nd.
Or just tag us.
Yeah, you can just tag us, send them to us, whatever works best for you.
And we'll send them a great gift.
Yeah.
That would be amazing to be able to share that tradition and, go the extra step.
Sure thing.
And as always, I'm Daniel.
I'm Cooper, and remember to keep doing things
The Long Branch Way.